Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Let's talk about how to use shared vision and growth in relationships in our business to supersize and grow. I like to pick strategies that are common sense, that work for almost everybody, but most people don't talk about. How often do we talk about in individual relationships, shared vision and shared vision and goals and growth, mutually assured success? It's one of those underlying things we want to build into our culture of our businesses to help everybody to be better, because people are our most important resource in any business we've ever got. A lot of times businesses undervalue human resources, but I always believe it's our most expensive resource. Therefore, we should be utilizing it and helping people to be the best they can within our organization so that they can contribute in ways that are valuable to the organization, but also help them to grow and be and develop who they want to be in the organization. Or guess what? They'll leave and go to some company where they can do that, or to some business, or they'll start their own businesses, which I always applaud. If somebody has a goal and a vision to learn and then grow and expand and create something on their own, I love that. That's one of my favorite things to help people develop. Even if they're an integral part of my organization, we create processes and systems that someone else can come in and pick up where that person left off and add their own unique spin and goals and values to the position. So why do we care about shared goals and shared values and growth in our organization and for the people that are a part of our organization? Well, as human beings, we need to grow and expand and be getting better at whatever it is we do in order to feel good about ourselves. It increases our confidence. It helps us get better results. It makes us feel like we are motivated and want to get up and come to work in the morning. Understanding one another's goals and objectives and the vision for their life will help us to support one another in our growth in the areas we need to grow in order to achieve those goals and objectives and that vision for our life. A lot of people, the vast majority of people on the planet, are destined to be a part of an organization, ours or someone else's. And most people don't go out and be founders and start their own business or buy their own businesses. That's a small percentage of the population. Could talk about that compared to other things right now, but instead, let's focus on what are the benefits of that and how do we do that in our organizations. I shared 3 examples of different relationships and how shared vision and growth can play out to help those relationships thrive and grow. Because if we don't have relationships that are growing and expanding and becoming supportive of one another's growth and our share and having visions for and goals together, then we'll drift apart and we'll be less successful. We'll have less communication. We'll have more problems and challenges and things that don't help our business to grow, right? We got enough challenges coming from the outside world. We don't need them from within our organization ever. So if you have a culture where there are departments that are not treating each other right, that's one of those things you need to fix right away. Because all the divisions in the company, just like all of us individuals, need to work together to create common goals for the organization. But this works on individual relationship level as well. Think of a team member and a team leader that team up to help achieve the goals and objectives of the team, but also achieve their shared value and vision for what the team is going to do, and then agree to support one another's growth and activities and things that need to happen in order for that team to be successful. I also have had a lot of experience being both a mentee and a mentor, and those relationships are incredibly powerful. And again, not everyone will seek them out. Not everyone will have a mentor or a mentee, but it's one of those secret ways and strategies to really advance your career, especially in big organizations. In corporate America, I work for some of the biggest corporations on the planet. My first job out of college was one of those corporations. And I knew early on that I needed to find someone to help me navigate that organization and that culture. And I helped them with their career and they helped me with my career as well. And so mentor-mentee relationships are incredibly powerful in having a shared vision and being supportive of one another's growth. You know, marriages or partnership relationships, same thing. Business partnerships. If you all don't have a shared vision, and we talked about that, I think yesterday with trust and mutual respect, I shared the example, one of the examples of a group I've worked with. that they were drifting apart because they weren't communicating. They didn't have the same shared vision they did when they founded the company together. And I think actually, absolutely annually, we do this annually in each of our businesses. I do this annually for myself personally. We need to review our goals and our long-term and our short-term goals. And we need to make sure we're all on the same page for where we're going with our personal lives as well as our organization. That's how marriages stay together. That's how friendships stay friends. So today I shared the action item that we were going to pick one relationship in our life, and we were going to create or pay attention to what is a shared value that we have in common and a shared vision for the future. And then how are we going to support one another in achieving that? And so I actually picked my daughter. I haven't talked to her yet, but that's the next step of the assignment, is to pick a person, pick a relationship that's super important to you, and then approach the person and say, hey, let's talk about this for a couple of minutes. And I know my daughter will be amenable to that because she's awesome. Anyway, pick a person in your business. If you're not mentoring someone in your if you're the owner of the business, you ought to be mentoring at least one person in your organization in case, God forbid, you get hit by a bus or something. You want to have somebody that you know can step in and fill in for you while you're incapacitated. Heaven forbid should anything like that ever happen. But guess what? Stuff like that happens all the time. We cannot predict what's going to happen in our lives, which is what makes life so fun. All right, that's it. Any questions, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with another relationship-related topic and how we can use relationships to supersize and grow our businesses. Because that's a secret that people ought to know, but they don't. All right, have a great day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.